It is the strike that the Prime Minister and Finance Minister Arun Jaitley tried to prevent, but talks with union leaders failed, and today 18 crore workers are on strike across the entire country. Workers in banking, telecom and other sectors are joining the Bharat Bandh today to press their demand for better pay. You can see across the nation there are mixed responses coming in from Karnataka to Mumbai to other parts of the country, and even West Bengal, where one assumed in the morning this morning, because of Mamata Banerjee very categorically saying that no, Bengal will not be stopped. We assumed that Bengal would carry on, normalcy would be there, but now what we can tell you is that in parts of Bengal that is not the case, because the opposition in Bengal is insisting that they will change the situation. Well, very quickly, let's just check why the strike. Why has a nationwide strike been called? Because the protesters are basically against foreign investment in defense and in insurance. That's the first point that we want to focus on. In defense and insurance, they are against it. They also are opposed to a plan to close loss-making state-run firms. Trade unions oppose the government's labor policies. That's what we know. Now, what all is shut today? That's a very big question that we answer. We'll go back to that four-way after we show you this graphic, and we'll try to give you a sense of what's happening all across the country. In Mumbai, public banks are closed, government offices are open though. Public transport is unaffected. In Bangalore, in Bengaluru, banks, factories and government offices are all shut. In Kolkata, banks are shut, government offices are open, transport is unaffected. In other parts of Bengal, the situation is, we have to still understand what the situation is. Delhi, we're not quite sure right now what's going on. There doesn't seem to be a very heavy impact on the traffic, at least that's what we can tell you. But to persuade the unions to call off the strike, Finance Minister Arun Jaitley on Tuesday assured the unions that the government will release state employees as bonuses for the last 2 years and increase minimum wages for unskilled labourers. However, that did not manage to placate the unions. That is why they are still going on strike.
This strike is against the central government. This strike is for the cause of the working people who are burning their sweat from their head to toe. Our strike will be 100% successful. At the end of the strike, we will do the press conference and then we will tell everything in detail. There is no problem in it. Absolutely, it's workers' cause. We will prove that this strike is world's largest ever strike.
Well, let's just go straight across now to Kerala and Madhya Pradesh, where in Kerala, Sneha Merikoshi is there, and in Madhya Pradesh, we have Siddharth Ranjan Das joining us for an understanding. We showed you earlier what's happening in Mumbai, Karnataka, Bengal and other parts of the country. But Siddharth, specifically explain how much of a response has there been to this call for a nationwide strike?
Well, in Bhopal, Amitoj, it has been a mixed response. The public transport, the buses are plying on the road, schools are unaffected. But yes, as you can see around me, these are the bank employees, public sector bank employees. So public banks are affected. Most of them are shut. Some offices are open, but definitely there's no work that is going to happen. Post office, excise office, income tax office, all the workers there are protesting. And at the moment where we are, these are the workers of the public sector bank who are on strike today. Let us speak to them. Sir, आज strike क्यों कर रहे हैं आप?
आज 15 करोड़ मजदूर, कामगार, कर्मचारी, अधिकारी, ये हमारा अपना गैस था, लेकिन जो जानकारी अभी मिली है, कम से कम 18 करोड़ लोग सड़कों पर हैं, जिसमें 6 लाख बैंक कर्मचारी अधिकारी भी हैं।
बैंक से क्या मुद्दे हैं सर?
बैंक कर्मचारी अधिकारी भी हैं, और आज ये सारे के सारे जो कामगार हैं वो हड़ताल के माध्यम से केंद्र सरकार को चेतावनी दे रहे हैं कि भाई अपनी जन विरोधी नीतियों को विराम दे, श्रम विरोधी नीतियों को विराम दे। जहाँ तक मुद्दों का सवाल है, बैंकिंग उद्योग में जबरदस्त चुनौतियां हैं। हम लोग बरसों से बैंकिंग रिफॉर्म के खिलाफ लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं। बैंकिंग रिफॉर्म और कुछ नहीं बल्कि उद्योगपतियों को फायदा पहुंचाने वाली नीतियां हैं।
प्राइवेटाइजेशन से क्या ऑब्जेक्शन है?
प्राइवेटाइजेशन से ऑब्जेक्शन ये है कि आज बैंकों में किसका पैसा जमा है? बैंकों में 116 लाख करोड़ रुपए आम आदमी का पैसा जमा है, और इस पैसे का बड़े बड़े उद्योगपति अपने हित में दोहन करना चाहते हैं। उनकी इच्छा है कि बैंकों का निजीकरण हो, शेयर मार्केट में आए, शेयर खरीद के वो इनका मालिक बने। प्राइवेट बैंकों का इतिहास हमारे सामने है। गत 40 साल
these are the demands of the bank employees here. This is one of the protests that is scheduled in an hour. officials, rather workers of post office, excise and income tax will be taking out another rally, and after that the trade unions will be meeting at a third spot today. So certainly a mixed response, but yes, the people here, the workers, part of the trade union, are now demanding pay parity and also to do away with the bank reforms as suggested by the centre. Back to you, Mitesh.
Well, thanks so much for that, Siddharth. Let's go straight across to Kerala now as Sneha Merikoshi joins us. Sneha, is it a similar situation in Kerala like in Madhya Pradesh?
Absolutely, yes, Amitoj. In fact, Kerala is a place where Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan himself has endorsed this strike and asked people to join as much as possible. On the roads, you have these protesters, trade union leaders who have gathered in several streets who are protesting. If you talk about what's the impact of the strike, there are no taxis, there are no public transport on the roads. What you can see though are two-wheelers which are on the roads. We're right outside the railway station, and here we had passengers who were stranded, but the police has arranged for police vehicles, has arranged for ambulances, for taking people to the hospital in time. In fact, we spoke to patients who had come, who had chemotherapy, cancer patients, and they still stayed. They came despite knowing that it was a strike because they were expecting police to make all possible arrangements for them to return. So all of these protesters now will join together and take out a combined protest right outside the Secretariat. Chief Minister himself has not gone to the Secretariat today. He is at a CPM meeting. So quite an impact in terms of the turnout of support and kind of the things that are happening on the streets. There was sporadic violence in Kochi, but in Trivandrum and other places it's been largely peaceful. People not taking to the roads, but the police making all arrangements for those who have really come because of for the essential services that they require.